it looks like we will be getting that heavyweight clash between PS4 and Xbox this holiday, but it may not exactly be what you're thinking. What's going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video, and this one was kind of requested as well. So we're going to be talking about Horizon Zero Dawn and Xbox One X. I'm sure you guys see the title. So news came out today that Horizon Zero Dawn, Sony's very successful new IP that they launched earlier this year, was finally getting, they finally put out its release date for the Frozen Wild, the new DLC that they announced this past E3. It's an expansion to the game, and a lot of people are excited for it. Now, on the Xbox side, a lot of Xbox fans are super pumped for the Xbox One X. I am one of them, and I know a lot of people that are. Of course, there are people that aren't, but such is life. And we're going to have a collision course between Horizon Zero Dawn and Xbox One X. And my initial kind of thought here when I saw that the release date for Horizon Zero Dawn DLC, The Frozen Wilds, was November 7th, which is the release date for Xbox One X, my first thought was, damn, Sony's got some balls. Because to release DLC, $20 DLC, for your brand new IP, the one that you're trying to build up to make it your brand new franchise, and to put that on the same day and date as Microsoft's highly touted hype machine, the Xbox One X, I just had to sit back and laugh because, wow, Sony gives no fucks on this one. They're like, you know what? You can release your Xbox One X. We're going to release our expansion for Horizon. And I think Sony has more plans for Horizon other than just like a sequel a few years from now, probably on the PS5. I honestly think that since they really haven't announced like the holiday bundles outside of the Destiny 2 Pro bundle, right? That was announced for PS4 Pro with Destiny 2. I honestly think they're going to copy their strategy of what they did last year. Last year, if you remember, they bundled Uncharted 4 with pretty much every PlayStation that they sold last year. Like, if you bought a PlayStation 4, you basically got Uncharted 4 for free. And I think they're going to do something very similar here with Horizon. They want to drive interest. They want to get more people to buy Horizon. So I have a feeling they're going to bundle Horizon Zero Dawn with every PlayStation for the most part, so people can experience Sony's new IP. Now, I know some of you will say, hey, Rand, Xbox One X is a new console. It's $500. And Horizon Zero Dawn story DLC, The Frozen Wild, is just a little small $20 DLC. They obviously can't compete against each other, and I get that, but it's not necessarily about competing. It's about the message. At least that's what I saw when I saw the release date. It's about the message. And here's what I mean by this. Destiny 2 comes out in a month. Today is August 7th. Destiny 2 comes out on September 6th. We are a month away from one of the most anticipated games of the last couple years. Destiny 2 is going to rocket. But Sony also has a game coming out right around September 6th. In fact, September 5th for that matter. And it's called Knack 2. Now, to me, when I saw that Knack 2 was releasing the day before Destiny 2, which is a game that Sony spent a lot of money on marketing rights for, my initial impressions, and a lot of these videos I make are kind of my initial thoughts, my takes, my hot takes, so to speak, on what I kind of feel when I see these things, was that Sony has no faith whatsoever in Knack 2. And I've had this discussion with my friends in Party Chat. And they'll tell me, you're maybe right, but then other people will say, hey, different demographics, maybe the people not interested in Destiny 2 will pick up Knack 2, and Knack 2's for kids, and the kids aren't really interested in Destiny 2. I understand that argument, but it still doesn't necessarily make sense to me, because why not just release Knack 2 the week after? Or the week after that? Or the week before Destiny 2? There's plenty of days in the year where you could release Knack 2, but they specifically chose the day before Destiny 2. So the message there, and this is getting back to the point of Horizon, the message there is Sony doesn't have faith in Knack 2. So when I saw this, when I saw Sony decide to release DLC to their acclaimed new IP, I thought the message was, we don't give a fuck, Microsoft. We're coming for you. We bet more people will try out Horizon Zero Dawn than will maybe play new games on Xbox One. I don't know. I've kind of viewed it, and maybe I'm probably wrong on this. I'm sure maybe other people will point things out in the chat, but like I saw it as like kind of a direct shot at Microsoft. Like, oh yeah, you guys can go and play on the Xbox One X, but real gamers will play Horizon, a game people bought and things like that. And I know some of the counter arguments will be, well, maybe that's just when the DLC finished. Maybe it's an open window because the week before was Call of Duty and the week after is Star Wars Battlefront, and that was just the when. And maybe that is particularly the case. Maybe that is when Horizon Zero Dawn's DLC was finished. And it was just, hey, time to release it, right? But, like, there's other days in the month, kind of like with my point with Knack 2. And they specifically chose when the day Xbox One X comes out. So I kind of feel like it's a message, not only to gamers to come play Horizon Zero Dawn, but to Microsoft, saying that we're not scared of the X. We're going to put this expansion up against your highly touted true 4K machine. And maybe I'm just reading too much into it. I'm sure you guys will let me know, but that's kind of what I took away from all this. Sony has no faith in Knack 2, put it out the day before Destiny. That's the message, at least to me. Sony comes out with the highly anticipated DLC for one of their biggest games the same day as the X. The message is Sony's got balls. They're not worried about the X. At least, that's my takeaway from all this. I would love to hear what you guys think. Sony's, kind of thoughts are, what they're doing with Horizon. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Good release date for Sony. Good release date for Horizon. Are people going to not play on X? I mean, there's also the thought that a lot of maybe gamers who are buying the Xbox One X are also cross fans with PlayStation. Maybe a smaller minority, but I mean, maybe Sony's looking for that to get kind of people off the X, talk about Horizon. I don't know. But in my initial impression, I just thought Sony just was like, fuck the Xbox One X. We'll do what we want. We're not scared of that machine. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing for more content. And I'll see everybody later.